morning, everybody. It is the 10th of October, and I'm set up in the stump 3 back here on the Hidey hole food plot, and we're on a doe killing mission this morning. There's been a ton of deer out here feeding, and I'd like to get a couple more doe knocked off here before I get really serious about the buck hunting. Not that I'm not serious about it right now, but I typically like to get my doe killed early. So I've actually got the crossbow with me, the 10-point TX 440 that I got from Ravlin, and it just makes more sense while I'm in the stump 3. You know, there's not much room in here. Drawing a bow in here is a little bit difficult. When you draw back, I tend to hit the window and not have much room to get the bow out the front. So it's a perfect scenario for the crossbow. I don't need any more area to draw, so that's good. Hopefully we got a big doe that comes through this morning and we'll let her have it. There's a bird sitting on that buck's back. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I think I'm going to call it quits on the morning hunt. These does really have my number down here. They all came out over by the stump 4 and fed in those plots over there. I did have a few little bucks out here pretty much all morning, but the mature doe I was looking for, there's 2 of them that were over there with some fawns. So it was funny, there's a bird that kept landing on this buck out here and just riding it around. That was the first. Beautiful morning though. We'll go back and get some breakfast and got some chores to accomplish, and we'll be back after him this afternoon. And my brother's home this weekend too, so he'll be out hunting this afternoon, and we'll bring you that as well. Well, we've got quite a breakfast here. Sam made us these nice breakfast wraps. They have eggs, cheese, ham, bacon, potatoes, all kinds of good stuff. We'll give it a try. Well, I made it over here midday to the Pennsylvania lease property, and I've got 2 cameras that have been knocked down from the bears that need fixed, and then I've got a few more cameras with me to set up some more mock scrapes. There's nothing that's too exciting in here as of right now, buck-wise, but excuse me, I do know that there's a good one that made it, that buck that I found the sheds to. He's an old deer, and I'd like to get kind of zeroed in on where he was typically spending most of his time the last 3 years. And I got a pretty good pin on that area, so we're gonna fix these cameras and then set these hanging vines up and get these cameras in place. And I'm gonna do a little bit of scouting while I'm in here and just kind of look at the sign and go from there. Well, I'm gonna take this climber down and get it set up on a hanging vine scrape that has been really good in years past, so it's just ready down there instead and more accessible than where it's at right now. Well, I made it to the far camera that had got ripped down by a bear. The last picture I had was a bear that was walking right up this trail, and boy do I have a lot of questions, because look at this freaking scrape. I just walked up and this is what it looks like. I mean, this thing is tore up, and there's actually pee. I mean, you can see where there's a deer had just pissed in that.
Boy, I'd like to know all the deer that have hit that since that camera was messed up. We're gonna get it fixed and get it back rolling here so we can keep track of it. I got my climber hung on my tree that I like to sit in when I hunt here. So we're good to go once this is all set back up. We'll keep an eye on what's happening, and we've got another camera that got knocked down that we gotta go fix. Well, I just found a white oak that's absolutely dumping acorns right now. I mean, the ground is littered. The deer, I mean, tons of deer sign. So what I did is I got on Onyx. I marked the location and I'm making it, I just said acorns, save. So now we have that marked on the map and I have it listed as acorns. So we're gonna remember this spot. In fact, I think I'm gonna grab cell cam that I have over here and move it to right here. Just did myself some hanging vines. These make for the best vine scrapes ever. There's something about this material in particular that deer, I think their scent sticks to it better, their gland scent. I don't know. I don't know that for a fact, but you go to hang just a stick up there, or even those hemp ropes, they don't hold a candle to what these things do on those scrapes. Don't know why, but I know that it's the truth. It is absolutely raining acorns right here. They would actually hurt if one landed on you. I'm gonna get a hanging vine scrape set up right here, but I've got to lasso this branch because there's no close branches. Well, I got my hanging vine mock scrape up. Had to reach pretty high for that branch, but we got it. Got the camera set up on it, and there's acorns everywhere. I bet you this camera gets a lot of pictures.
And that's on the right of the field. Rear World and Ravlin Hill.
So we're gonna go check out Vern Man's food plots up there.
They're mowed. But if she falls, she'll just...
I don't think it's gonna fall.
If she falls, because they're leaning.
Boy, you did the whole 9 yards with a carpet like me.
Yeah, it was all in there.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh man, look at that view.
And then it's got these little rope bags too.
Yeah. Boy, you'll be able to sneak right in and out of here, no problem. But your food plot got crushed.
No kidding.
Oh my gosh, it looks like you mowed it with a mower.
Yeah, that's the does.
Holy smokes. This one over here looks pretty good still.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really good.
And then there's some there.
Yeah.
Got a little weedy, but then it goes around behind that corn. There's some more brassica.
Yeah.
Does and bears in the corn.
Yeah. It looks like you got a lot of rye coming up though, so that'll provide food the whole time, no matter what, you know.
Yeah.
Is that wheat or rye?
I'm not sure what's in this soil charge. That Ravlin Hill stuff's on the left, and then
Yeah.
soil charge on the right. So
It looks good, Vern,
Lime
man.
Spark or something like that it's called.
How far is it from here to the wood line? 140?
Yeah, I forgot. I looked the other day and I don't remember. I was gonna write it down.
147 to the first tree. Good work, Vern.
Hopefully the hay blocks it so when you get out they can't see you.
Yeah. Well, if you needed to, you could stack a few more round bales right here in the front.
Yeah. Katie,
Yeah.
Katie can sit here as long as she behaves.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for it yet. Maybe when Knox is ready.